one to the middle too. Whichever one you want. All right, we're going to continue with our media availabilities here at Iowa Speedway. We are joined by Ricky Stenhouse Jr., driver of the number 47 JTG Doherty Racing Chevrolet. Ricky actually has 3 Xfinity Series wins here at Iowa from back in 2011. You swept him, and then one in 2012. We're going to go
long time ago.
A little bit. We're going to open up to questions for Ricky. If you have a question, please raise your hand. We'll get a wireless microphone to you. We'll start with Zach and then go Bob and Jeff.
Zach Sturniolo, NASCAR.com. Ricky, can the experience that you had here some 12 or so years ago still translate now, especially given the cars are different, the repave? Are the lessons that you learned here that decade ago still relevant?
Probably not, unfortunately. But, I mean, anytime you come to a place that you got good memories, I feel like is always beneficial. So, I think luckily I've got good memories because I've got some really bad memories from here too as well. Early on in my career, it didn't go so well here. So, no, I think, I got to do the sim this week, and, a lot of the characteristics, at least on the scan that we ran, there was a few things that were similar, but the repave is the half repave is definitely going to be tricky and different, but looking forward to getting on track. I don't know, I walked out here and I felt like it was a lot bigger than I remember. I felt like it was a pretty small short track, but obviously you get going pretty quick here, so excited to get on track though.
We'll go to Bob and then Jeff.
Bob Pockris, Fox Sports. The restart zone coming right after like that outside lane, how's that going to impact, especially, I mean, you've been in your share of stack ups and, things getting bunched up there in the middle of the pack on a restart. Yeah,
it's tough, and, it's odd as easy as these cars are to shift that we have so many stack ups now. It seems like, everybody's just, trying to time it perfect. It's not people missing shifts. It's, whether you get like a good launch or not, and the people in front of you getting launches. It seems like one lane might be a little bit better at times. We'll have to see how that goes throughout the night and see if that changes, where you end up, restarting. But definitely interesting to kind of watch, these races before us. I mean, we'll have a pretty good idea before we race on Sunday.
Go ahead.
Just based on what you saw on like the track walk or whatever, I mean, the way that the lane, just one lane kind of ends, the other one continues, would people like dive down and move up just to try to get that extra little bit? What do you think, driver? How will you guys handle that? Yeah,
no, I don't know. I didn't do the test here, and I really haven't seen much video from it either. And like I said, the track scan that we ran in sim is not identical to the actual lanes being repaved. So I mean, I can only go back to like maybe like a Pocono when they had that strip there, and we searched for it really quick, right? And so that'll be interesting to kind of see. But I feel like once you're committed to the bottom lane here, I don't see you really kind of switching lanes. I mean, you might come across on exit a little bit, but hopefully it gets wide. And I think all of us were hoping they didn't have to do any paving, because the races I remember here, after I was done racing here, man, they looked really, really fun. And so hopefully it gets back to that sooner than later. But I think we're all kind of anxious to get out there and see how it is. I mean, I think there was 3 or 4 cars that tested here, 3 cars, and so they got some laps. But and I think it picked up a lot of speed, really fast from that test. I think over like 2 seconds from the time they started to the time they ended. So obviously, the track changed a lot, and be interesting to kind of see if it changes throughout, this weekend as well.
About the repave, and obviously you guys don't probably want that to happen because it used to race wall to the line. Like, have you done any investigating? Like, did they tell you it had to be done? Did you guys just find out it was being done? Did they consult with you beforehand, or how did that all work?
I mean, they told us. I didn't ask, why. I just take their answers and just roll with it. So, no, I mean, it obviously they barely got it done in time, I think, for the test. I mean, it was pretty quick. So, I know the winters are harsh up here, and obviously, other racetracks that we have up in the north are kind of the same way. And, yeah, I don't know the for sure reasons why they had to do it, but hopefully it races good. I mean, I think it will. It always has in the past, whether it was a new racetrack or an old worn out one. So hopefully that all comes back together.
Connor Ferguson with Always Race Day. Ricky, with this race being this weekend, the World of Outlaws being at Knoxville, are you going to head down there either the next 2 nights? And can you talk about how good of a start of a season Sheldon's had and how many wins he's able to pick up early so far?
Yeah, I'm looking forward. I'm taking the whole team down tomorrow. We got an awesome energy drink on the car this weekend, and then we got our outlaw car running with Sheldon Friday and Saturday, or tonight and tomorrow. So I'm going to go down both nights, but looking forward to taking the whole team to Knoxville. None of them have been there before, and except for Mike went down with me. And I think 2012 Iowa, I ran down there and raced here that weekend, and so looking forward to going down there, hanging out with them, and then they're all going to come to the race on Sunday. So we've had a really good start to the season as far as speed and wins go. We've had some engine issues and a couple crashes. It's kind of taken us out of the point standings, but we've got 7 wins, and feel like we got a chance every night we unload the car.
Go to Lee.
Lee Spencer, Sirius XM NASCAR Radio and CatchFence.com. You had a solid finish first time we went to Nashville. What are your expectations for the 4th time that we're going to run that track?
Yeah, Nashville was, a fun racetrack, concrete. It never really feels that good to you. It's kind of like trying to get your car just to, feel the least bad that you can. There's never a time I feel like I go through a corner there when we ran well and felt like, man, that was a really good corner, or my car felt really good. And so, I'm looking forward to getting back there, and it's a wide racetrack, and I feel like there's a lot of good racing to be had there. So definitely looking forward to getting there.
All right, Ricky, thanks for joining us. Good
You're
luck this
welcome.
weekend.
All right, there's the great